So Ryan, let's go back and look at the open tech modules from petrochemicals and see what we can do. See what we can do with these pre-built customized modules that could get installed and activated, quite easily, on the NetSuite system. So now, as we go in, obviously we're going to need PO approval processes, right? Each refinery, each petrochemical, manufacturer, distributor is going to have different processes. So very, very quick to configure and customize there. Bulk upload. We need to do a bulk upload from time to time, which is always very important. Expiry date management. This is always a very important one when dealing with, businesses like petrochemicals who have, perishables and other types of liquids and gases and oil and other types of fluids that do have an expiration date against it. So it's very important when rotating the inventory. Now, commerce codes and country of origin utilities. Now, this is an important one for refineries because, when it comes to serialized inventory and when it comes to products that are sourced, outside of the U.S., you're going to need the ability to source the country of origin, okay? Revision management is very important because you might revise, recipes, or you might revise, actual ingredients, that you're using, to make the chemicals. And then another big one is field services. Often overlooked, field services can be anything from, having to scan in and scan out, trucks and inventory and barrels and whatnot. Or it could also be, you have to go to your local gas station and actually check inventory. So there's the ability here to add in, a customized, field service module that's customized specifically for the petrochemical space. Bartender interface, integrations are very important when you're dealing with, different types of logistics and whatnot. And then also advanced QMS, which is quality management. You want to be able to manage the quality of the product, within a refinery or even in the field. And then finally, we have our friend MRO, with maintenance and repairs. And there's going to be, there could be dozens or even hundreds of different devices that are in need of maintenance and repair and optimization and operations, if you will, within a refinery itself. And then, NetSuite will give the refinery operators the ability to go into an interface to constantly monitor, the health of the machines that are on site. Now, when it comes to the actual, NetSuite SCM partner modules that we're talking about today, we have an interesting blend here because we're going to have, the need for, vendor and supplier management, and we're also going to have the need for, APAR portals, document management, and potentially CPQ to configure price quote when different clients are going in to the portals to find out, what kind of products are available, but also maybe they want to configure their own packages. Now, here's where things get quite exciting within the within what we're talking about here of digital transformation of actual refineries. Now, the first one is probably the most interesting one that we're gonna look at right now, and it's called MassPay. Now, MassPay is a payment and payout orchestration platform that has the ability to not only do APAR reconciliations and different forms of payouts with invoicing, but also credit card and other types of transactions, but also manage the money out. And with managing the money out, what we're able to do with MassPay as a solution is take a lot of that revenue that comes from the residuals and be able to subsidize, a large part of the transformation of the refinery with going into almost like a rebate format, if you will, with being able to get the refinery reduce fees for their software licensing and some places in professional services. So it's very, very critical path to know that in this economy there's still a little bit of uncertainty, a little bit of volatility. Fine. So if you want to end up with a solution that will be able to have an attribute of it or a partner built in that can help subsidize through residuals with the money out, MassPay definitely gives a huge advantage to that in terms of budgets. The next partner we're going to talk about is Agilent. Agilent is going to be positioned to be able to handle data experience, which everything from migrations to warehouse to augmentation to AI-based chatbots to anything having to do with the actual data experience itself. And then finally to connect everybody together, it's the Red Rook, if you will, which is iPass.com. iPass.com has pre-built NetSuite integration hooks built into its platform, and to be able to transfer large amounts of information within iPass.com, and then be able to really position very quick implementations of data going across multiple systems, hooking into net. So in a nutshell, that is the industry activation for petrochemicals, and it's a very detailed solution. And we could also argue that warehouse management is also involved, with like an RF Smart. And what we'll do is we'll kind of lift the RF Smart logo over here for this industry activation. Then we'll kind of come back, and it could be an interesting one, because when you think about it, when you do have to do a lot of scanning in and scanning out of various whether it's invoices, whether it's actual barrels, or whether it's units. So there is an argument there that could be waged for WMS. So Ryan, for the audience right now, what is your take on a solution like this?
Gosh, I mean, it's so important for us to have a specific solution for the petrochemical field, because it's not just a one size fits all thing, because there's so much involved in regulatory compliance, supply chain management, analytics, reporting. So having these pre-built modules that we're able to just bolt on as needed is super powerful for us to be able to go to market and help some of these petrochemical companies.
Right, and Ryan, to your point, when you use the B term bolt, we don't need to do everything at once, right? We could easily start with the digital transformation of core NetSuite, and let's model this out. So now, if we look at this industry activation for petrochemicals, and let's kind of just make a note here. So we have the industry activation for petrochemicals. Now, if we look at the roadmap, right, and let's kind of we'll kind of do this on a fly a little bit. We'll get a roadmap going, right? So how so right now let's kind of solution on the fly a little bit, kind of play a little solution architect. Now with the roadmap here, we can easily start with NetSuite and payments and payout orchestration, and then from there we can graduate to the B2B portal, right? And then from the B2B portal, we could then go on to the actual the actual customizations, right? So if we're looking to do a digital transformation and we're kind of solution on the fly, we would start with NetSuite, core NetSuite, with the modules that the client needs, payment and payout orchestration to subsidize part of the build. Then we could go into the portal to start some change management in the business, to have people, employees, kind of contractors, partners log in, and then we could basically from there put in the customized modules, and and then really get a really great solution into the market. So that is the industry activation for petrochemicals. That's what we got for you today. We'd love to talk to you, whoever you are out there in podcasting land, about what your needs are for petrochemicals and alike, and we look forward to hearing from you. Ryan, any closing comments for the audience?
That's it. Thank you for everyone for joining us today.
Stay happy, stay healthy, and most of all, stay activated. Until next time, everyone. Take care.
Thanks, guys.